Alright, so this video is going to show you how to use all the different features of these mockups. I made it as simple as possible, and I must say, they're a breeze and a joy to use. So the first thing you'll notice is it's a .psdt file. That means it's a template. So when you open up a new file, it will open it up and call it Untitled. This means that you won't be editing the actual file that you clicked on. It creates a new file and preserves these files here as they are as templates. It's very valuable in case anything goes wrong in this new file. You can always revert to these templates, open up a new one, and it will be the default settings. Alright, so the first thing you need to know, simple enough, is where to place the design. So in each one, you'll have a layer down here in the bottom right that says your design here. In order to edit it, you simply double click on the little thumbnail, and you can see you have a placeholder, which you can delete or just hide, and then a white background, which I just like to keep on just for kicks. So if you're comfortable with Photoshop, you can design directly in this document that it opens up right here. However, I personally prefer to design in Illustrator, so I've included in this package some Illustrator templates. Now, these templates right here include, let me delete that, 3 artboards. One for the normal poster size that's in every mockup, and then one of the mockups comes with a bonus small poster and a computer screen, and that's what these 2 artboards are. So, let's say I've designed this have a party, woo, centerpiece of my portfolio poster. I can simply select it all, Command C to copy it, bring it into Photoshop, paste it. I'll paste it as a smart object because why not? And you can see it's the exact dimensions, super simple. And then I just save this file. And if I go back, you can see it's automatically updated. Super easy. Now, another thing that's really awesome that's included with some of these are different parts of the scene that you can turn on and off. So for example, in this one, there's a scene folder. If I toggle it down, I can see I have hide pot edge turned on. So if I hide that, boom, we get a little edge of a little planter here. I can do hide sofa edge, turn that off. Boom, now we have our little sofa. Just adds a little zhizh to the scene, you know what I'm saying? Now it's just a sofa. Now it's neither. And there's a couple templates with a couple things you can play with in that regard. Another thing that I want to show you is this template that comes with the small poster and the computer screen. So there are 3 files here, or 3 layers here, and the process is the same for all of them. You double click into them. You can design them in Photoshop or design them here in this Illustrator template and copy and paste them onto Photoshop. And another cool thing that you can do is hide the tape. So you can have a more clean look or a grungier look, whichever you desire. And that's pretty much what you need to know the basics for getting started. If you do want to get a little more advanced, and I only encourage you to play with this if you do want to get advanced, we have the light and the shadow areas. So if we hide these, you can see that the poster looks pretty flat, unrealistic. It looks like how, unfortunately, too many mockups look. Just a digital plot on top of a photo. So, turning those back on, you can see that it looks much more natural, like it's part of the world that the photo was taken in. And the thing that you can do with these light and shadows is you can manipulate them. If you want them to be not as extreme, you can go to the opacity here. You can turn it down or turn it up according to your preference. And if you are a little more advanced, you can twirl down the shadow, for example, folder, double click on this graph here, and if you are familiar with how to manipulate this graph, you can change the shadows and the highlights subtly by doing so there. If you get way crazy and you don't know what you did and you made a mistake and you're like, my life is ruined, and you can't quite get it back to normal, don't worry. Remember, because these are Photoshop template files, whenever you open a new one, it will create a copy, and these Photoshop templates will always have the settings that they come with intact that you can always revert back to. So that's how to use these templates. I hope you got a lot out of this video, and have fun.